Hello and welcome back to the Pork and Knuckle Show, and this month is college month. And you guys don't know what I love most about my job here on this channel is I can make this guy watch movies I know he is going to hate. And today we're going to talk about Hue Piqué Simon's very cheaply made, very exploitative college slasher film Pieces, with one of my all-time favorite taglines, "It's exactly what you think it is," and I think this is the perfect tagline to sum up this movie.
I would rate this movie 1 out of 10 until the ending. The last 5 minutes deserve an Oscar.
I think there's much more Oscar-worthy in the movie.
No, and there's a lot of random scenes. There's a random kung fu man that jumps in. There's a random kettle that's whistling.
Can I explain the random kung fu thing to you?
Yeah, because there's a teacher of the campus
No,
or whatever.
No, because one of the producers of Pieces, Dick Rendell, also produced some of these so-called Bruce-ploitation films, like Bruce Lee and Dragon Lee stuff, and he had one of his original Bruce Lee impersonator actors appear in this film just to do some PR for his Bruce-ploitation movies.
How wonderful.
I love this fact.
That's it.
No, I also...
The movie starts quite well. There's a kid chopping off his mother's head.
Yeah, but first, what does he do first?
Is going on?
First, he tries to solve a puzzle. Interesting enough, the film starts in 1942 in the kid's room of this kid who somehow manages to have a 1970s telephone in there, but he is then doing a little bit of puzzling, and I really have to say, I do in fact own the original puzzle from Pieces from this limited edition Blu-ray set that Arrow Video released in the UK. A tremendously awesome thing, and also I have to say I'm a huge fan of the director's work. I love Juan Piqué Simon. He made Siren 1, which was an amazing film. He made Slugs, which was very fun. It's a killer slug monster movie. And of course, he made the probably best Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode ever, Pod People. And yes, this film in Germany is called The Return of E.T. And even one of the actors from Pod People appears in Pieces.
I think I'm going to end today's episode.
We're not even started yet.
Because when he starts talking about the people of the movie instead of the actual movie, you know how bad the movie is.
No, I love... Okay, I have to say, you are totally... No, you're totally right. Pieces
There's no content to talk about.
Pieces is an incredibly bad movie. It has terrible pacing.
I mean, it has a policeman throwing up when the policeman looks at a dead body. I'm sorry, they're trained to look at dead bodies. Why would a policeman throw up after looking at a dead body? But it's the first time they've done this. Like, yeah.
No, it's absolute exploitation.
This is
schlock. It's rubbish, but it's exactly the kind of rubbish that I like to watch in my free time. I had a great time rewatching Pieces, I think now for the 5th time.
Also
but
talking
what I found most interesting is the killer, the Dean. Can I spoil this? No, I can't.
Well, you already have, so you've got to edit that out.
Right.
Thank you for your time.
If you see Edward Purdom in any movie, you know that he is going to be the villain, and this is so funny, actually. In the end, sorry for the spoiler, but I think it's not a real spoiler to anyone who has ever seen Edwin Purdom in any kind of movie like
He's
Don't
still
Open
going
Till
on.
Christmas.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, I like this movie. It's bad, but I still like this.
Have a good evening, or a good morning, or a good afternoon. Really take care. And after you've watched this movie, take care a little bit further.
Yes.
Welcome to the Pork and Knuckles show. So, college month, we're getting straight in. Animal House. I think this is the best movie ever produced by National Lampoon. This is just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It's even better than Van Wilder. It is just such a funny movie, constant shenanigans, tomfoolery, frat guys getting up to no good. The funniest part of the scene is when the horse has a heart attack. That is mental. I think that's it. I think it's brilliant. The court case is magnificent. It is a good movie to watch with your friends. That's why I didn't watch with him, just to say it, but watch it.
You wouldn't have had much fun watching this movie with me anyways, because I cannot recall a single second of me laughing or even smiling while watching this movie. And first, I have to disagree. The best movie that National Lampoon has ever produced must be Loaded Weapon 1. This is a masterpiece. And Animal House is a movie, I mean, I know it's from 1978, and I know you have to take that into consideration when you watch it in 2022, but still, while watching this film, and even I like the old work of John Landis, I even like Blues Brothers, even though I think it is kind of a drag at some point, but I like his style, I like his older work, but Animal House is just a bore. Animal House is the kind of movie where not only do I find the jokes not funny, I cannot even spot the instances that this script calls a joke. There is nothing funny. The characters are just coarse, disgusting, and unlikable. There is douchebag after douchebag, gross out humor that forgets to be humorous, and this heart attack horse scene is some of the worst shot and edited scene I have ever seen in my life. You have him accidentally firing the gun, or just firing it in the air anyways, and then you have the horse doing this, then you have right in the middle, you have a freeze frame, because they couldn't get the horse to fall down, or what?
That's a good thing, right?
No, they have a freeze. I mean, not hurting the horse to fall down, but there could be specially trained horses who could do at least like a movement. I don't know, but definitely anything other than a freaking freeze frame. That sounds like a freeze frame is the kind of special effect that you would find in a 1963 Herschel Gordon Lewis movie, and even there I would say that one sucked.
He's now started talking rubbish when he talks about trying to find a horse who can do this and all that option.
No, I have to say,
he's just talking rubbish now. What
I
are
have
you
to
saying
say,
now?
Mr. Belushi was a cool actor for the main part. Sadly, he passed away way too early due to his substance abuse, but still, no, I'm sorry. I did not, the movie didn't hurt me. It was not a painful experience, but it was still one I would have loved to not have made. This was boring, not funny at all, and I cannot recommend this.
This was a great movie. Thank you for watching.
No.
Watch the movie. You will feel great about it.
This video was funnier than this movie.
When you find a horse for him that can go like this, let us know. And yeah, take care.
Hello and welcome to the Pork and Knuckles Show, and today we're going to talk about the ultimate college slasher film, and I'm gonna give you one hint of what that film is.
Do not scream on my face.
I was planning on doing exactly that. Sadly, he caught my act. No, of course it's Wes Craven's masterpiece, Scream, and by calling it a masterpiece,
it's a masterpiece.
It's a bit of an exaggeration.
I don't
but
know.
The thing
I think it's a phenomenal movie.
The thing that I like most about this movie is, on one hand, it's a parody of older slasher movies that somehow became a staple for future slasher movies, then parodying itself, creating somewhat of I call it a time loop, time thingy.
While he thinks about what he's going to come out of his
Time
mouth.
paradox, that was what I was looking for, the time splitters
So,
game
the
over
best
screen.
thing about the movie, I think the killing scenes were very well executed.
You're proud of yourself.
Yes,
You did a good there.
Thank you. The phone scene is quite classic.
Yes.
Initially, it was like, okay, kid playing a prank, but it wasn't, and it turns out he tries to repeat the pattern. I'm not going to say any further, and yeah, it was a really, really cool movie. You must watch it. It's not one of those gory, filthy movies where there's blood everywhere and stuff like this.
Sadly.
No, it's got an actual storyline, it has got suspense, and it's got a lot of twists.
And it's got actual Matthew Lillard overacting in the
also,
finale.
I didn't quite realize Monica from Friends is in there, so yeah, it's a must-watch. She's a reporter. It's whoa, but yeah, I didn't know she could do any acting. But
actually, she is. No, not really. She's the worst character of all of
nonsense.
Of the Scream universe. But I still have to say that I really like the way how Scream starts, with the phone sequence.
This is amazing.
This is one of the most thrilling and claustrophobic,
it's a timeless classic.
A claustrophobic scene, brilliantly made, especially since you would never think that when a Hollywood movie has a character or an actor as big as person XYZ, they would just kill that person off after 5 minutes. That is an amazing feat, and it gives the movie so much unpredictability. And what I love so much is that the film, given this time loop and time paradox that I mentioned, spends so much time actually stopping the plot dead in its track for one character at the big party to start explaining what is going to happen when, in which horror film, therefore satirizing this, but the movie itself follows the exact same tropes, and this is some sort of grade A level tomfoolery with the audience. They're playing so well. They know their source material and their handicraft so well. This film is an homage, a parody filled with love and some humor that can still manage to bring a gory punch, well, in the unrated version at least, slightly, and that can still bring thrilling, spine-tingling scenes, and this is why I'm so looking forward to...
Spine-tingling.
Tingling, what did I say?
Jingling.
Jingling! Spine jingle, bells.
Thank you for your time.
Jingle spine, jingle spine, jingle
Definitely
spine.
watch it. It's a good movie.
Yeah. Don't watch the sequels, actually. The second one is worse. The third one was terrible. The fourth one was...
He's still talking. Good night. We're going to cut him off.
The fifth could be interesting, but the first is awesome.
Welcome to the Pork and Knuckles show. College month. This is the last one. And it is, I think, probably the most classic movie, the most talked about college movie. American Pie 2. American Pie 2.
And I actually have to say, I have a gift for you. I made you an apple pie. It's still warm. It has a little hole in it. Do you want it?
No, Jim, I do not.
Okay.
Sit down. Great.
Then I'll come back. I'll
Great.
eat it later. It was it would have been cream filled.
Jim, we will tell mother that
Stifler's mom. Are we gonna tell something?
There was
Stifler's
some
mom?
amazing scenes in there. Amazing scenes, like actually timeless classic scenes. Stifler's mom was introduced. The original term for MILF was coined in that movie. Finch, the genius of Finch. Wow. Jim and his father, the awkwardness.
His father, Eugene Levy, is such an amazing
delivered
actor.
That role in such brilliantness.
He owns it.
He owned it.
The
He
problem
is
is, I think
Jim's dad.
I think
That's it.
Eugene Levy was too good in this
He's
role.
too good.
Because it's just like when you see Tony Shalhoub in Man in Black, it's like, what is Monk doing with the dog? They're dirty.
This is it. I think
But you cannot see
it's
behind.
he's made for this role.
Yes, amazing.
And he should never ever do another role. If
But
that makes
you know
sense.
that he
That's
also
it.
has to eat.
Yeah, but these movies must be selling like there's no
I don't
tomorrow.
think that he is gonna get that much
I mean,
money off of this.
Another phrase, stroking the salami, also was coined in this movie, and yeah, this movie is brilliant. This movie, but it's a very guy movie. This is what I didn't like. It's not one of those movies you can watch with your wife or your girlfriend. It's a guy's
You can.
movie.
If you want to get a divorce, you can.
Yeah, well, then you won't have one, but...
But I watch movies like Pieces with my wife, so fuck that. It works.
are you married?
Not yet.
So, not his wife.
But
Yeah.
but still, I gotta say,
Shermanator. Shermanator.
I watched American Pie 2 when it first came out in the cinema with I think. Well,
think that
not
was
my
13 or
girlfriend, but
14
with
when I
a
watched
female
it.
friend of mine at the time, and they also laughed their asses off.
At that time, yes. Now, this is a very politically incorrect movie. This is slightly misogynist, and, well, the term MILF undermines the female and all of this stuff, so, yeah. Good movie at a time, but now I think it's not politically correct.
Which
but
makes
okay.
it even funnier, I would have to say.
And that's pretty much that for American Pie 2. By the way, it's the best American Pie.
Yeah,
out of
this
all
is
the American
actually
pies.
I wanted to
It
ask
is
you.
the best American Pie.
I wanted to ask you. I've seen the first one. I've seen the second one. Then third one was kind of ugh. And
Yeah,
I haven't
rubbish.
seen 4 to I think 6
I had
or
to
7.
see- I stopped watching
to
after 4 and 5 because
some-
they just became poor, really poor quality.
Yeah, poor and porn actually.
And it was just rubbish. This
Because
is good.
the sixth American Pie. This is a funny story I want to tell you because Germany and America, they have very different things. The rating commissions take offense in. So you have some movies that are PG-13 in America with a few gory scenes that are rated 18 plus in Germany, but with a movie like American Pie that is rated R in America, it has a 12 rating in Germany. And then American Pie 6, I think it is, does feature an 18 rating in Germany for its gross sexual humor, and I could not have got my hand on a copy of the film yet because that would just interest me. I've read about the scenes this 18 is based on, and they just sound horrendous. Like, okay, they are doing it with sheep now for 2 minutes, and there is not a single joke in this scene, which is missing the point, I'd say. But still, I
Speaking
agree.
of missing the point, now he's talking about American Pie 6 while we're reviewing American Pie 2. So,
That is called background information. You should look that up.
background, it's foreground. It's
Foreskin
six times after
information.
terrible.
Yeah.
That was a terrible joke.
Yes,
that was not even funny.
Yes,
it's
just
not funny.
like
it's just
no, actually,
it's
just
like
what I think.
Shermanator. He is Shermanator.
Just
Imagine Shermanator. This is it.
just like what I think of this sort of
And he
movies.
doesn't actually know who Shermanator is because he didn't watch the movie properly. So Shermanator
I watched
is
it 20 years ago
And
in the
he can't
cinema. That
remember
counts because
Shermanator
I
is
have
him.
to say at the end of this video, I don't like these movies.
Thank you for your
I
time.
don't like the college
I think-
comedy
thank you for your
teenage thing
time.
movies because they're just
Watch it.
coarse and
It's
gross
quite funny.
and not even funny, not in the slightest
And,
bit. They
yeah.
just make bad puns
See you
and
next
sex
week.
jokes, and
I wish I could mute
just
him,
really
just like you,
don't like
and
it, just
yeah.
like I don't like
Good night.
him.
Good day.
This is a
Take care.
terrible movie.